Hi everybody, it's Diane with the creativeinkster.com. Just coming in with a quick video on how to do the pinwheel technique. And so if you just bear with me one sec, I will pop on over to the page and show you the card. So here's the card which I'm basing it on. You'll see this is the part that's called the pinwheel technique. And it looks very complicated, but I assure you it is not. So tonight we're going to use some different products and you'll just see it all come together. First you need 4 pieces of 1 and an 8-inch square pattern paper, and then 4 additional pieces of 1 and an 1/8-inch square in a corresponding pattern. So total of 8 pieces. Then you also need, we'll set those all aside, you'll also need 4 squares that are a little bit bigger. They're 1 1/4 inch wide. Actually 8 squares. So 1 for each. This is going to be the layering piece. We're just going to layer these on top. All right. So for example, you're going to take your 1 pattern paper, take the back of it, add your adhesive, and pop it on top of that square. So you're going to do all 8 of them like that. Through the magic of television, we can make this happen a lot quicker. So here we have all of our 8 pieces done. So 4 in one color, 4 in another color. Okay, you're also going to need 2 pieces of a backing cardstock. Doesn't really matter what color you use so long as it somewhat coordinates. 3 inches by 3 inches, 2 of them. So what we're going to do is put those 2 squares together to form a triangle. So here we go. Adding the adhesive, and I would keep the adhesive in the center. I'm sorry, did I say triangle? I meant to say a star. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you could certainly get your ruler out and measure the edges if that's really important to you. But here is our star shape. Doesn't matter if you start with the star flat edge showing or not showing. What you want is a point up at the top. You're going to take your first layered piece and you're going to stick it into that point like so. So it does provide a little border around it, and you're only on the very first piece, you're only putting adhesive on the right side. So of this piece here, if you can imagine cutting it in half, you're going to put adhesive on the right side. Okay. Oops. Get my adhesive going here. And so it's on the right side, and I'm going to pop it up into the corner, leaving a small border around. And the reason we only put it on one side is because as we build this, we're going to slide the last piece in under here. So then you're going to take your next piece, which is the opposite pattern. You're going to put adhesive on the back of it, and you're going to stick it in the next point, again, leaving a little bit of a border around and layering it over top. Then you want to start moving this around to keep it easy for you to work with. The up and down pattern would be really important if you had a piece of pattern paper with stripes or something like that. This case, not so much, but I will add my adhesive to the back of this, and I'm going to try to get these 2 flower pieces to line up somewhat. So once again, I have the point at the top, the one before it to my left, I'm overlapping, and I'm sticking it into the point with a little bit of a border around it. Turn it once again so that point is at the top. We're back to the blue pattern, and I'm going to tuck that up into the corner, overlapping the one on the left and pressing it down. Turn it again to the left, back to the flower pattern. This paper, by the way, is from the Flowers for Every Season new pack. I'm going to tuck it into that point, overlapping the one on the left, turn again with the point at the top, and put the blue polka dot pattern here. Turn it again, put the point at the top. We're ready for another one of the flowers. Add my adhesive, and tuck this up to the top here. Now we're up to our last piece. The last point, you should have two pieces together like that. What we want to do is overlap on the left and slide in under the right. So it looks like a repeated pattern all the way around. So you're going to put adhesive on all of the back, and then you're also going to put adhesive on the right side of the front, if you like, to hold it in place. So tuck it underneath, slide it up to the point at the top, trying to get my hand out of the picture there, and there we have it. That is how our pinwheel has come together. It always has this rather funky centerpiece looking. So for this card, I'm just going to add a matching sunflower from another stamp set. It's called Celebrate Sunflowers. I also use this for the greeting for this card, the Thanks a Bunch. This is a new stamp set in the annual catalog. I just stamped this, die cut it, and colored it in. So I'm going to put a little dimensional on the back of this to pop it up. Maybe two little dimensionals on the back. Peel them off. Pop it into the middle to cover up that spot. Now I want to make sure it's, yes, this is the way I want it up. So my flowers are that way. And then I have to the side here my card base in the new Misty Moonlight, folded in half. It's an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, folded in half. I scored it down the side, and I'm just going to crease it with my bone folder. I could just put this directly on top. Actually, this is just the way I wanted to go. This is the way. But I'm going to add a layer of white. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the layer of white for the inside. So on the back of this, you could just glue it directly down, but I think I'm going to use my dimensionals. When you have a package of sheet of dimensionals and you want to use them up, you just cut the edges off. Don't throw them out because they're certainly awesome. And put them in sort of the four corners of the one piece. Peel the backs off. No one's going to see that they're oddly shaped. Find the direction on the front of your card. And I want to for sure leave space for my greeting, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. And that's our card piece finished. This white piece I'm going to stick on the inside of my card because I often find when I'm writing a card, I would like it to be a white area so I can write in any color of ink that I like. Pop that in there. And then I have a greeting, just tuck that to the side. Thanks a Bunch. It comes from that same Celebrate Flowers stamp set. And it is 3/4 of an inch wide by 4 inches long. And I'm using a new punch that we have. It's double duty. You get 6 different punched ends out of it. I'm going to use this one over here. It does 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch strips. So I'm going to push it in. And I found if I flip it over and I see the back of it, I can tell for sure that it's locked in straight. And then I'll do the same on the other end. Push it in. I may not have cut that perfectly at 3/4 of an inch. And trim the other edge. Set that aside. And here's my greeting for the card. I'm going to pop it up on some dimensionals as well. Nice height on this card. And there you have it. That is a simple way to do a beautiful pinwheel card. Here's my other one, my original for happy birthday. And this one here. I hope that helps. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day.